So, Piens, MD, March 3rd, 2025. A short history of the African countries. A short history of Namibia. Namibia, located in southern Africa, has a rich and complex history shaped by indigenous African cultures, European colonization, and a long struggle for independence. The country's journey from early hunter-gatherer societies to becoming a modern nation in 1990 is a testament to resilience and determination. Early history: indigenous peoples and ancient civilizations pre-19th century. The earliest inhabitants of Namibia were San Bushmen hunter-gatherers, whose rock paintings, such as those at Twyfelfontein, date back over 6,000 years. Later, Khoikhoi herders and Bantu-speaking groups like the Ovambo, Herero, and Damara migrated into the region around 501,500 CE, bringing agriculture and ironworking. By the 18th century, powerful kingdoms and chieftaincies had formed, such as the Ovambo kingdoms in the north, known for farming and trading with Portuguese Angola. The Herero and Nama groups, who controlled central and southern Namibia and were skilled in cattle herding. These groups traded copper, ivory, and livestock with European and African merchants. European contact and German colonization, 19th, early 20th century. Arrival of missionaries and traders, 1800s. European contact began in the late 18th century, when Dutch and British traders arrived. By the early 19th century, German and Finnish missionaries established settlements, influencing local cultures and politics. German Southwest Africa, 1884-1915. In 1884, Germany declared Namibia, then called German Southwest Africa, a colony during the scramble for Africa. German rule led to land seizures. German settlers took fertile lands from indigenous groups. Forced labor policies which disrupted traditional economies. Tensions between German settlers and indigenous communities. The Herero and Nama genocide. 1904-1908. In 1904, the Herero and Nama peoples revolted against German oppression. Germany's brutal response, led by General Lothar von Trotha, resulted in one of the first genocides of the 20th century. Over 80% of the Herero population, about 65,000 people, and 50% of the Nama were killed. Survivors were placed in concentration camps, forced into slavery, and subjected to medical experiments. The genocide left a lasting scar on Namibia's history and continues to influence reparations discussions today. South African rule and apartheid, 1915-1990. South African occupation, 1915-1966. During World War I, South Africa invaded German Southwest Africa and took control in 1915. After the war, the League of Nations gave South Africa mandate to govern Namibia in 1920. South Africa imposed racial segregation policies similar to apartheid, land confiscation favoring white settlers, economic exploitation, forcing Africans into low-wage mining and farming jobs, apartheid and resistance. 1948-1966. In 1948, South Africa officially implemented apartheid in Namibia, dividing people by race and enforcing strict social controls. African resistance grew, leading to the formation of the Southwest Africa People's Organization SWAPO in 1960, led by Sam Nujoma. SWAPO demanded independence and armed struggle against South African rule. The Namibian War of Independence, 1966-1990. Beginning of armed struggle, 1966. In 1966, SWAPO's armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia Plan, launched a guerrilla war against South African forces. The war, also known as the Namibian Bush War, lasted for 24 years. Key events of the war: SWAPO fighters operated from Angola and Zambia, carrying out attacks on South African forces. South Africa responded with military raids, forced relocations, and repression. The war was part of the Cold War, with SWAPO receiving support from the Soviet Union and Cuba, while South Africa was backed by the United States and Western allies. International pressure and independence. 1988-1990. By the late 1980s, global pressure mounted against South African rule. The United Nations, African Union, and anti-apartheid movements pushed for Namibia's independence. In 1988, a peace agreement was signed, leading to the withdrawal of South African forces, the implementation of UN Resolution 435 overseeing free elections, Namibia gaining independence on March 21, 1990, with Sam Nujoma as its first president. Independent Namibia 1990 present. Since independence, Namibia has been politically stable compared to many African nations, but it still faces economic and social challenges. Political landscape. SWAPO has remained the dominant political party, winning all elections since 1990. Presidents after Sam Nujoma include Hifikepunye Pohamba, 2005, 2015, and Hage Geingob, 2015-2024. Economic growth and challenges. Namibia's economy relies on mining diamonds, uranium, copper, and gold. Tourism, including its famous Namib Desert and Etosha National Park. Agriculture and fishing, though climate change has led to droughts. However, challenges remain, such as high unemployment and income inequality. Land reform issues, with much farmland still owned by white settlers. Dependence on South Africa for trade and infrastructure. Reparations for the Herero and Nama genocide. In 2021, Germany acknowledged the 1904-1908 genocide and pledged €1.1 billion in development aid. However, many Namibians argue this does not fully address historical injustices. Conclusion. Namibia's history is shaped by indigenous cultures, brutal colonization, apartheid rule, and a long fight for independence. Since 1990, it has remained a stable democracy, striving for economic development and social justice. Kindly share this post if you find value in it. Thanks for your support. You can watch this program on YouTube. P.S. In case you want to, feel free to reach out to me. If you need advice on your plans and ideas and how to work on your gift and purpose, drop me a message here or email me at sopiansofgod@gmail.com, and we'll arrange a call. Will you like to write a book? Share your story, ideas, or knowledge in a book? Now it's easier than ever. In 3 weeks, your book will be written and published. Send a message to bookmindsgmail.com.getbooks on Amazon Books. Check out our website, Wordflix Publishers. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.